David ate McDonald's for lunch almost daily. Big Mac meal, large fries, large Coke. Had done this for years. Convenient, familiar, satisfying. His PSA climbed gradually over 2 years. 7.6, 8.2, 8.9, 9.5. At 9.5, his urologist recommended prostate MRI. Cost, $8,000 with his insurance. Before scheduling, David mentioned his results to a friend who's a registered dietitian. His friend asked, "What's your typical diet like?" David described it. McDonald's lunch most days, other fast food regularly. His friend's eyes widened. "You're eating some of the most inflammatory foods available, almost daily. That level of chronic inflammation absolutely affects your prostate." David was defensive. "Lots of people eat McDonald's. Are you saying that caused my high PSA?" His friend explained. "Not caused alone, but definitely contributing factor. Fast food like Big Macs contains multiple inflammatory triggers: processed meat, high saturated fat, refined carbs, sugar, salt. Each one increases inflammation. Combined and eaten daily, major inflammatory load." His friend suggested an experiment. "Before you spend $8,000 on MRI, try something. Cut out all fast food for 8 weeks. See if your PSA changes." David was skeptical, but agreed. $8,000 was strong motivation. He meal prepped on Sundays, brought lunch from home every day. No McDonald's, no fast food at all. 8 weeks later, retest PSA. Result, 8.7, down 0.8 from 9.5. His urologist was surprised. "That's a significant drop. What did you change?" David explained the fast food elimination. His urologist, "That actually makes sense. The inflammatory load from daily fast food was likely contributing to your elevated PSA. Removing that load allowed inflammation to decrease. Let's wait another 2 months and retest before considering MRI. 4 months total without fast food, PSA 8.2, down 1.3 from peak. MRI canceled, $8,000 saved." David learned his lesson. "My McDonald's habit was costing me more than lunch money. It was creating inflammation that pushed me toward expensive medical procedures. Today, I'm showing you the 7 fast foods with highest inflammatory impact, why daily consumption creates chronic inflammation, and how eliminating them could save you from unnecessary medical procedures. David's $8,000 wake-up call could save you the same. This video is for education only, not medical advice. Always follow your doctor's recommendations. This is about reducing dietary inflammation, not treating disease. Never skip recommended medical testing without your doctor's approval. Before we start, comment fast food below right now. I'll send you a free guide with inflammation ratings for common fast food items and simple swap suggestions. Takes 2 seconds. Now let me show you the 7 fast foods that create the most prostate inflammation. Fast food number 1, processed breakfast sandwiches. This includes Egg McMuffins, sausage biscuits, breakfast croissants, any fast food breakfast sandwich with processed meat. David didn't eat these regularly, but many men do. Why these create inflammation? Processed breakfast meats like sausage and bacon contain high levels of saturated fat and preservatives. Studies link processed meat consumption to increased inflammatory markers. The refined carbs in biscuits, croissants, and English muffins spike blood sugar. Sugar spikes trigger inflammatory response. Add cheese, which is high in saturated fat. You have triple inflammatory trigger: processed meat, refined carbs, saturated fat. Eaten daily, this creates chronic low-grade inflammation throughout your body. Your prostate responds to that systemic inflammation. The solution? Skip fast food breakfast entirely. Make eggs at home with whole grain toast. Greek yogurt with berries and nuts. Oatmeal with fruit. These provide protein and nutrition without inflammatory load. Take same amount of time as drive-through when you plan ahead. Fast food, number 2, burgers and fried chicken sandwiches. This was David's main problem. Big Mac almost daily for years. Burgers and fried chicken sandwiches are inflammatory for multiple reasons. First, the meat itself. Fast food burgers are high in saturated fat. Saturated fat increases inflammatory compounds in your bloodstream. Fried chicken adds another layer, the deep frying process, creates compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. AGEs promote inflammation throughout your body. Second, the cheese and bacon often added. More saturated fat, more inflammatory load. Third, the refined white bun spikes blood sugar, triggers inflammatory response. Fourth, the condiments and sauces, often high in sugar and inflammatory oils. David's Big Mac contained all of these. 2 beef patties, cheese, special sauce with sugar, refined bun, every component inflammatory. Eaten daily, the inflammation accumulates. His PSA reflected that accumulation. The solution: when you need quick lunch, choose grilled chicken salad instead of burger, or bring leftovers from home. Rotisserie chicken from grocery store, turkey sandwich on whole grain bread. Many options exist that don't create inflammatory response. Fast food number 3, French fries and fried potatoes. David's large fries were part of his daily routine. French fries are particularly inflammatory. First, they're deep fried in vegetable oils. These oils, when heated to frying temperature, become oxidized. Oxidized oils create inflammatory compounds. Second, the high-temperature frying creates AGEs, same inflammatory compounds mentioned with fried chicken. Third, the salt content. Large fries can contain 400 to 500 milligrams of sodium. Excess sodium can contribute to inflammation. Fourth, they're refined carbohydrates. Spike blood sugar rapidly. Sugar spikes trigger inflammatory response. Research shows regular fried food consumption is linked to higher inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein, which indicates systemic inflammation. David's daily large fries were adding significant inflammatory load. The solution: if you need potato, choose baked or roasted. Sweet potato is even better due to fiber content. Or skip potato sides entirely. Choose side salad or fruit when available. Fast food number 4, deep fried chicken. KFC, Popeyes, Church's chicken. Deep fried chicken is extremely inflammatory. The chicken is breaded in refined flour, then deep fried in inflammatory oils. At very high temperatures, this creates maximum age formation, plus high saturated fat content, plus refined carbohydrates from breading. Triple inflammatory threat. Studies on fried food consumption show it significantly increases inflammatory markers. Men who eat fried chicken regularly have higher levels of inflammatory compounds. This systemic inflammation affects prostate tissue. The solution: choose grilled chicken instead. Most fast food places now offer grilled options. Grilled chicken provides protein without inflammatory frying process, or rotisserie chicken from grocery store. Better nutrition, less inflammation. Fast food. Number 5, pizza with processed meats. Pepperoni pizza, sausage pizza, meat lovers pizza. Pizza itself is moderately inflammatory due to refined white flour crust, but adding processed meats makes it significantly worse. Pepperoni and sausage are processed meats, high in saturated fat, contain preservatives like nitrates. Research links processed meat to increased inflammation. The cheese adds more saturated fat. The refined crust spikes blood sugar. Combined, highly inflammatory meal. David ate pizza once or twice weekly in addition to his daily McDonald's, adding to his total inflammatory load. The solution: if you eat pizza, choose vegetable toppings instead of processed meats. Thin crust instead of thick crust reduces refined carbs. Or make pizza at home with whole grain crust and quality ingredients. Limit frequency to occasional treat, not regular meal. Fast food number 6, hot dogs and processed sausages. Hot dogs are among the most inflammatory foods. Heavily processed meat, high saturated fat, preservatives and additives, often served on refined white bun, with inflammatory condiments. Research consistently links processed meat consumption to health issues, including increased inflammatory markers. The solution: avoid hot dogs entirely. They provide minimal nutrition and maximum inflammation. Choose real meat instead: grilled chicken breast, lean turkey, fish. Even a good quality hamburger is better than hot dog. Fast food number 7, sugary sodas and sweet beverages. David's large Coke was part of his daily meal. This was adding significant inflammatory load. Large Coke contains roughly 80 grams of sugar. That's 20 teaspoons of sugar in one drink. Sugar consumption triggers inflammatory response, spikes blood sugar dramatically. Your body releases inflammatory compounds in response. Studies show sugar-sweetened beverages increase inflammatory markers significantly. Men who drink soda daily have higher C-reactive protein levels. This indicates chronic systemic inflammation. That inflammation affects prostate tissue. Sweet tea, fruit punch, lemonade are equally problematic. All contain massive amounts of sugar. David's daily large Coke alone was creating substantial inflammation. The solution? Switch to water, unsweetened tea, or black coffee. If you need flavor, add lemon to water. Unsweetened iced tea, sparkling water with fruit. Zero sugar, zero inflammatory response. This single change can significantly reduce inflammatory load. Before elimination, Monday through Friday, Big Mac meal with large fries and large Coke, plus occasional pizza, fried chicken, or other fast food dinners. Estimated 9 to 12 fast food meals per week. Total inflammatory load, extremely high. After elimination, meal prepped on Sundays, grilled chicken, brown rice, roasted vegetables, packed lunch daily, leftovers, salads with grilled protein, whole grain sandwiches, drinks, water, unsweetened tea, black coffee, occasional dinner out, chose healthier restaurants with grilled options. Total inflammatory load, dramatically reduced. The results over 4 months, PSA, 9.5 down to 8.2. Weight, lost 12 pounds without trying. Energy, increased significantly. Digestion, improved. Overall wellness, much better. Medical costs, saved $8,000 on MRI. David's dietitian friend explained it this way. Think of inflammation like a bucket. Every inflammatory food you eat adds to the bucket. Your body tries to empty it through anti-inflammatory processes. But if you're adding faster than your body can remove, the bucket overflows. Chronic overflow creates persistent inflammation. Your prostate responds to that persistent state. David's bucket was overflowing. 9 to 12 inflammatory meals weekly. His body couldn't keep up. Eliminating the 7 worst foods dramatically reduced what went into his bucket. His body could finally catch up. Inflammation decreased. PSA reflected that decrease. If you're eating these 7 foods regularly, here's how to eliminate them. Week 1, eliminate sugary sodas, switch to water, unsweetened tea, black coffee. Single biggest inflammatory reduction for effort. Week 2, eliminate fried foods, no French fries, fried chicken, fried fish. Choose grilled, baked, or roasted instead. Week 3, eliminate processed breakfast sandwiches. Make breakfast at home or choose healthier options. Week 4, eliminate burgers and fried sandwiches. Choose grilled chicken, salads, or bring lunch from home. By week 4, you've eliminated most inflammatory foods. Your body starts reducing chronic inflammation. Within 8 to 12 weeks, you may see PSA changes, like David did. First 2 weeks, challenging. Breaking habits is hard. Fast food is convenient. You'll need to plan ahead. Weeks 3 to 4, getting easier. New habits forming. You might notice feeling better, more energy, better digestion. Weeks 5 to 8, new normal. Habits established. Feeling significantly better. Ready for PSA retest. Weeks 8 to 12, results visible. PSA may start decreasing. Not everyone, but many men see improvement, like David's 0.8 drop in 8 weeks. These 7 fast foods create the most inflammation. Processed breakfast sandwiches, burgers and fried chicken sandwiches, French fries, deep fried chicken, pizza with processed meats, hot dogs, sugary sodas. Eliminate them, and you dramatically reduce inflammatory load. Your prostate may respond with lower PSA, like David's 1.3 decrease over 4 months. Plus, you save money. David saved $8,000 on avoided MRI. but also saved on daily fast food costs, $40 to $50 weekly, over $2,000 yearly. Better health and more money. Comment fast food below for your complete guide with inflammation ratings and healthy swaps. Subscribe for next week's video on the 7 best anti-inflammatory foods to replace these fast foods. David's McDonald's habit was costing him his health and his money. Eliminating 7 foods changed everything. The same could be true for you.